Hi guys, time for the final video in my drop pod build, and as you can see we have the drop pod all finished up, all securely together, all the detailing done, all the painting done. So let's give you a bit of a round trip on how this is all set out. Again, being an ultramarine player, everything's set up in my usual ultramarines blue colour scheme. I have given a fair heavy coat of black dry brushing to the bottom to simulate re-entry scorching, sort of blending that up the top to show the scorching from re-entry effect. Got the Aquila and the ultramarine symbol, another Aquila, and yeah, just basically set up in my usual default colour scheme. So let's get the sucker open. These are all nice and securely held in. Again, as I mentioned in my last video, it's just a matter of getting everything lined up, and they do snap in quite securely. So everything's all painted up, the interior is all painted. I just finished doing the hazard striping along the bottom there, which I have to say was a real pain in the butt. I'm not a big fan of that kind of detail. That's just my own little foible there. But this effect was achieved with basically just using some Tamiya 10mm masking tape. It's excellent stuff because you can put it on to painted models and it peels away, doesn't take any of the paint off, so it's really good for doing that last final lot of detail work. You don't have to worry about any of the paint stripping away. So that was done, and I just masked it off, and then just went over it with my brush. You probably, if you're an experienced airbrush user, would be a similar sort of technique, just masking things off. I've still got a couple of little bits I want to tidy up on there, just because it's difficult to get absolutely everything masked off and not having a few little stray bits here and there. But by and large this is done. Reach into the middle there, and we've got the storm bolter. It's on the hinge, and again this is magnetized, so it can be swapped out with the missile launcher, which is as yet unpainted. But yeah, as for the rest of it, it's all done, and this is ready to go on the tabletop. So you get your basic Marines or whoever you happen to have. This one's unpainted. Dropping down out of there after a quick insertion, and yeah, ready to take to the field. And of course you have the larger forge wheeled variants, which are large enough for a drop pod, not a drop pod, sorry, dreadnought. So anyway, and then this all just nicely folds back up and doesn't have the floppy door syndrome, except for that one. There we go. Doesn't have the floppy door syndrome, as others have mentioned. It's just a matter of getting the hinges lined up at the bottom there, making sure everything closes securely. So yeah, there we go. Not a bad build. It was much easier to build than to paint. Just for myself, I found it kind of repetitive, and it was hard to get the motivation to really get it finished. And again, the hazard striping is not something I ever look forward to. But there's nothing in there that is inherently difficult. Just again, what I mentioned in previous videos about making sure that you get all the harnesses lined up correctly, and then with the doors, get everything seated properly with the hinges so that it all closes up nicely. Not as bad as I thought it could have been based on some other reports. But anyway, there we go. I now have a drop pod. I'm not in any mad rush to go out and get another one just yet. I'll see how this one goes on the table. and might look at getting a. I've got a couple of rhinos, but I might look at getting a razorback, or just some maybe some gun turrets to go on my rhinos. But anyway, that is our drop pod, and yeah, not too bad. I would recommend it if you're looking at a little bit of quick insertion for your Marines there. So there we go. That wraps up another project, and I will be looking at moving on to my next one. And as always, I will keep you posted when we get onto that one. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys. If you need any questions answered or anything like that, feel free to post any comments. I'm always happy to answer any questions. Alright, take it easy. Thanks, guys.